Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo players guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe now because we do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday as long as I can get them done with all three classes, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan. This is going to be our Hunter variant. If you're looking for a Warlock or a Titan, I'm pretty sure I'll get them done, but those will go up on Wednesday evening, so hopefully I can get those done on those classes. But anyways, Will of the Thousands is this week's Nightfall. It is a pain in the ass to solo, not even gonna lie. But let's look at our setup as far as that goes. This week we stick with Night Stalker the whole way through. What is that? Dissolve. I don't know if that does, but does it do anything? No. Whatever. We stick with this the whole way through. We use the top one. You definitely want to use the top one for this strike. I prefer Vortex Grenade, but that's up to you, and of course that's also up to you. The reason why you want to use the top attunement is because it won't work with Orpheus Rig otherwise. It'll just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. And it won't actually count towards Orpheus Rigs until the entire super is used up. But as far as this goes, Better Devils is incredible. I love it. And then SR4 is also really amazing. If you don't want to use Whisper of the Worm or Telesto, those are, I think, the two best power weapons for this specific strike. If you don't want to use those, Curtain Call's pretty great, and then that will also free up your exotic, which Polaris Lance is what I used last time on this strike. It is also very good. So that's up to you right there, but otherwise, let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so once you get here, just go ahead and hop off your Sparrow. You are going to want to kill everything, pretty much. The last time I did this strike, I tried to run straight through here and I just got demolished. So what I like to do is just take out pretty much everything. Take out the snipers on the side first, and then these acolytes. Everything else is going to kind of run backwards towards the entrance, and you can just kind of slowly pick them off from there. There's also going to be two elite snipers in the far back, which you see me taking out right here. Ba-bam, ba-bam. And then there's going to be two mini boss knights. Those go down with two whisper shots after you take down their shields. So just be prepared to either not get those 3 bullets back, or keep an acolyte alive like you see me doing right here. And then as long as you stay far enough back, they won't even like recognize that you're there, I guess, because they won't shoot back at all. But once everything's dead here, we'll just move on into the next section. Once you made it this far, there's going to be a bunch of acolytes, a bunch of thralls. I think there's a total of 2 mini boss knights, or maybe there's 1 mini boss and 1 elite. But then there is also going to be several, as you can see, elite acolytes and one mini boss shrieker. The shrieker's in the back, so as long as you kind of stay back where I'm at right now and kind of take whatever you can out, it won't shoot at you, so you'll be pretty decently safe. But just take everything out as far away from that middle section as possible. That way you don't accidentally activate the shrieker, because once it starts hitting you, it will melt you pretty quick. Also, if you have your tether by now, which you may or may not, go ahead and just throw it down there in the middle and throw a grenade, and then you can pretty much take them out. And it should also give you your super back almost instantly. But with those elite knights, I guess you have to be like spot on, because I thought for sure I was hitting his head, but apparently not. But just be very careful here, because if you die at any point here, you will have to do all this over again. and that can be pretty damn annoying. But once everything around here is dead, kill the Shrieker, and then you're going to be asked to blow up the vents. So once all of that is done, we'll move on to the next section. Once you're here, you can just pretty much stay back as far as you can. There's no door that's going to open and shut, so feel free to just kill these guys at will. Wasted a bullet there. But I do believe there's 2 of those knights. There might just be 1. Could be mistaken about the second one. But I want to think there's 2. I know there's a couple elite acolytes in this room as well. So, you know, if you rock in Telesto, feel free to just go ham with it, because you will get just about all your ammo back between this room and the next one. The next one is quite a bit difficult though, so save yourself at least 9-10 shots with Telesto. But once everything's dead here, instead of running straight into the next room, what we're gonna do is take out this guy right here. But then we're just gonna go get close enough to the door to where we can peek in just like this. And then once this whole section is dead, there's gonna be several acolytes. I don't think any of them are elites, but you do have to worry about this elite knight right here. So go ahead and take them all out. And like I said, just stay back. You should be fine. Go bam. And then you'll get this section. And then you'll have to activate the thing. Make sure everything is reloaded. I would suggest waiting for your super if you don't have it. And then run over to the left side of the room. Once the enemies spawn in, go ahead and just pop your super right about there. You want to kind of try and get it towards the middle of those 2, but also up towards the stairs. That way you can get all these guys up here too that'll come around, and you'll get your super right back. So maybe if you want to just at the bottom of the stairs, or maybe even mid stairs, and then all those dudes are, I think, just normal bar health enemies, and then these dudes will spawn in, so more elite. And I think that's a mini boss knight there. Go ahead and take all of them out. And then once those guys have spawned in, there's going to be a second wave, which you should see here, which is going to have 2 mini boss, I want to say titans, knights, 2 mini boss titans, damn it, 2 mini boss knights, and 1 mini boss wizard. So this part gets pretty tricky. Try and take out the knight, not the knight, but the wizard as quickly as possible, which is why you see me having my sniper out. She usually floats around towards the middle section where I was just aiming at. But if you get low on health, and you probably will, just kind of do whatever damage you can, just like I'm doing here. But then just go invis and run to the opposite end of the room as quickly as possible and try and get behind some cover. Just like this. Once you take out one of the mini bosses, the javelin should spawn in. Go ahead and just go invisible, and then just smack down the other two mini bosses. And then once you do that, you will just have to blow up that fusion tower thing, whatever that actually does. And then once that happens, we'll be ready to move on to the next section. Alright, so this section is pretty easy. Just do like you did before. But bam, shoot your thing right there. Go ahead and throw a grenade in there. And then instead of coming over here, run back to the door that we just walked through. So as you can see, I was dumb. Going over there is really dangerous. But what you want to do is just come back in here. After you throw your grenade, it should take out most of that spawn. And then you're free right here to just take out this mini boss. Again, that's 2 shots. 2 precision shots would have killed it. Then you should have your super again. This second wave is either going to be what I get here, which is the mini boss knight, or it's going to be a mini boss ogre. I've seen both versions during this strike, so just be aware of that. But either way, it'll get caught in the tether. If you shot it in the right spot, you want to do it just past where I shot it. And then you should get your super back, and you can just wipe everything out in this room. And then once you do that, you'll be asked to blow up another one of these fusion towers, and we'll get on into the next section. Once you get here, hopefully you have your tether. Go ahead and shoot it right there. Take out all those acolytes. Once you do that, a big ass wave of acolytes is going to spawn in. They're all, or the majority of them are acolytes are elites. So go ahead and take out this guy as quickly as possible. And then once you kill him, there's going to be a mini boss ogre. You're going to want to hide from him, or take him out as quickly as possible with your power ammo. And then if you can, go invisible and come over here, because there's also going to be 2 elite, or mini boss actually, mini boss knights. If you have your super again, just go ahead and pop it. It will really help you out here. Go invisible if you have to. Just keep in mind that the ogre is going to follow you around the room, so be very careful about that. And again, since there are so many elites in this room, just feel free to just melt down this ogre with whatever power weapon you're rocking. Once the ogre's dead, you can actually just ignore everything else in this room. Grab the javelin as quickly as it'll let you. I know sometimes it doesn't grab it for whatever reason. Just throw it in there. The javelin will go away. The enemies will despawn. Grab your javelin again. There we go. run into the next room where there's going to be, I think, 3 elite knights, a bunch of acolytes, and a few thralls. Just use this javelin until there's no more shots or seconds left, whatever. I like to come over here, it's a little bit safer. And then you can just go invis, and there's that javelin right there will spawn in, and you should be able to finish off whatever enemies are left in here. And then once you've done that, we'll head on over to the boss fight, which is the biggest pain in the ass in this entire strike. Alright, once you get here, I like to just go ahead and shoot as much damage into the boss as possible. It will stick, unlike other bosses, so definitely get whatever damage you can in there. As you can see, it does stick. I didn't do much of anything, but just go ahead and throw your grenade. Do your best to get precision shots here if you're rocking Polaris Lance or Whisper of the Worm. That way you don't lose any ammo. Then you're just going to keep doing this until he'll despawn. Stay towards this little, I don't know what, this computer thing that I'm standing in front of. That way the solar blast he's actually throwing at you won't hit you, or if they do, they won't do anywhere near as damage as what they will. And then once he kind of goes underground or whatever he does, there will be our first wave. Once that first wave comes out, I like to stop up here, and there's going to be 3 elite knights. Wait to use your tether, because once they start coming towards you, there's going to be a second wave of a bunch of acolytes. That's when you want to use your tether. That's when you'll get your super back, because there's going to be, as you can see, a butt ton of enemies. Like, so just go ahead and take out as much of them as you can immediately, and then come running back here like you see me doing, and then focus on the knights. If hopefully a bunch of stuff will still be tethered, and if not, they'll come running at you just like these guys did. But once everything's dead, the boss generally spawns back in. If you see the boss spawn back in, you'll get like this green aura around everything. Run back to that safety thing I was talking about earlier and jump on top of it. That way you know for a fact when Zol comes like slithering around the room like you see me doing right now, you'll be safe and you won't get ran over and have to start over. As he's doing that, you can also put some more damage into him, so feel free to do that, especially if you're rocking Telesto. Throw like 2 shots in. You should be okay for power ammo. And then he'll come over here. Once he comes over here, there's like 5 or 6 waves of enemies that's still coming up, so if I skip one or I miss one, you know, just be careful. And then once you see him do this purple thing, just go ahead and jump up. And as you can see, there's a bunch of thralls coming in. Go ahead and tether them. You should get your super back pretty quickly. And then I like to just grab the javelin and actually use it on the enemies. And it's just easier that way. And I just slam it or whatever. But then once they're all dead, just go ahead and start focusing on the boss again until the next wave spawns in, which I think is some more knights and some more thralls and some more acolytes. And then you'll do a little bit more damage to the boss, just like this. And then there's going to be another wave that's going to have some knights and 3 elite wizards. So really save your super. Here's I guess there's not another wave before the knight or the wizards, but here they are. Take the wizards out as quickly as possible, but also make sure you leave 1 alive. There's going to be 3 of them. Leave 1 alive just so you can clear out all the rest of the ads, because once all 3 wizards are dead, the boss will come back, and it's a real pain in the ass to deal with these wizards and the boss. And as you can see, there's another wave of enemies. But once everything's dead, go ahead and just kill all the enemies, or start dealing damage to the boss, and you'll get another wave of enemies that's going to have, I believe it's 3 elite knights with shields. What you want to do then is just come to this area like you see me doing here. Just throw your grenade at them, do whatever, use your energy weapon, and then just go ahead and keep jumping back and forth between where you see me now and then that one in front of us, and you should be pretty okay to finish them off. And then once you do enough damage to the boss, he's going to spawn in right about where that wizard is, and that's when we're actually going to stay down here, and we're just going to finish him off with our sniper rifle. There will be one wave that's going to have 2 elite ogres before that happens, so just be prepared when you see those 2 ogres come running back towards where we were just standing. Outside of that, I believe that's it for the wave of enemies. Just finish them off. There will be a wave of enemies when he kind of spawns back that way. Don't even worry about them. I would say don't even worry about the javelin unless you're out of power ammo. Just like finish them off as quickly as possible. If you got a super, throw it. If you got a grenade, throw it. You know, just get him down as quickly as possible. And so that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna let the rest of this boss fight just play out normal speed so you guys can kind of see what I was doing. If it helped you out, let me know in the comment section down below. Hopefully this might even help you get your Nightfall helmet piece done for your Solstice of Heroes armor. If it did, fantastic. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Look in the description box down below. I'll either have a little note saying no other Nightfall guides this week, or I'll have links to those Nightfall guides. Hopefully it's the latter. And yeah, other than that, the only other video I'll be doing before Xur is a stream breakdown of the Forsaken revealed. That will probably go up tomorrow or Thursday, I'm guessing. So look out for that if you're also interested in my take, my review sort of that. And until next time, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have an amazing week.
feel it. The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.